It's a North American Mitchell B-25.
We make a carbon fiber P-51 recreation.
I have a 40-foot space bus.
Hey guys, it's Matthew from Sling Pilot Academy. I'm super excited for this week's video. We're here right now in Lakeland, Florida for Sun and Fun 2025. We've been walking around the show, doing a few interviews, checking in with the aircraft booth, and filming all kinds of air show footage, so stick around to see how it's been for us. I'm here with Sabrina. She's one of the pilots and the director of training for Panchito here behind us. Can you explain a little bit about this plane for me?
Sure. It's a North American Mitchell B-25. It came out of the factory late in 44, so it never saw any action overseas. It was used until the late 50s as a crew trainer or a multi-engine trainer for the Air Force and the National Guard.
Very cool. And I see over there's a sign that says, ask about flying it. What is that referring to?
We have authorization to do flight training in this aircraft. So we train pilots for the pilot command, or they could just do the second command rating.
Very cool. So, I mean, like, most people wouldn't assume that you'd be able to train in something like this. What allows that?
Because it's a military aircraft, we're not supposed to do commercial operations. However, the FAA has exemptions they grant certain operators with certain limitations and conditions to allow us to do the flight training. No, it's we only do this training at our home base in Georgetown, Delaware, and that's our only authorization to do that type of training. We do 5 second-in-command courses a year, and we limit it to 4 students per class. So it's an hour and a half per student, so that's 6 hours on the aircraft for that weekend. 5 times a year, April, May, August, October, and November. The pilot commands are custom built around the schedule of the aircraft and the individual's availability to do the training. That's a little bit longer, it's 14 hours. So it takes a week or so to get them through the program.
And is this an original B-25, or what additions or changes have been made?
This was a J model B-25, as you see it. After the war, it was converted to a trainer. So that meant the armor was taken off, the guns were taken off, the top turret, and they put in student seats. Where you see the turret, there are 2 student seats there. So that it was converted to what they call a TBN 25 for trainer.
Do you guys come to all these air shows? How long have you been doing that?
Well, the owner's been coming here since he bought the airplane about 27 years ago. This is probably my 7th time at Sun and Fun with Panchito. We do a lot of air shows up and down the coast, so we're very active, probably more active than most other museums.
Very cool. Thank you for answering all our questions, and thanks for doing this interview. It was nice to meet you.
Matthew, thank you.
All right, so what do you think of the air show so far? I guess he's not a big talker. We'll go to the next one. All right, behind me we got all of the students and CFIs that made their way here to Sun and Fun in the aircraft. How many of you was it your first big air show? What are you raising your fucking hand for? How many of you guys, this is your first big air show? All right, almost everybody, sweet. How many of you guys encountered more weather than you thought you were going to? Does anyone have any fun experiences to share, or something that just really scared them that they weren't expecting on the way here? Brandon looks like yes.
I wouldn't necessarily say scared, but definitely had some weather to dodge around. Me and my guy right here made it happen. Got here completely safe, but the weather is a little more challenging over here than California for sure. I'll say that. But great ride, made it on time, and yeah, Thunder Boys.
Compared to what you guys expected, is this air show bigger or smaller than you thought it would be?
Sun and Fun is exactly what I expected. I've heard so many good things about it over the past many years. I've always wanted to come, and when Sling invited me to fly the TSI out to Florida, absolutely jumped at the opportunity, and I'm so thankful, so grateful to be here today.
Sun and Fun was actually a lot bigger than I expected. When we landed, I was lost. I mean, Zach and I didn't know where to go. We were sending pins to Matt. We're like, where are you guys? Where do we meet up? And we were honestly kind of felt like we were left on our own for a little bit, but eventually we found our spot. And along the way, we met a lot of cool people. So honestly, it's been a great day.
Yeah, I don't know if it's bigger or smaller than I expected. I've been about here and there. So I don't know the bounds of this place yet. So I'm looking forward to exploring it a little bit more. Yeah, I'll just kind of say what Garrett said. I wasn't expecting to go on this trip. It was kind of last minute, and I'm really kind of blown away that I was chosen to be able to do this. It's been really cool.
Bigger than I thought it was going to be because one, the air show last night was sick. There were some serious explosions going on that I was not prepared for. Definitely screwed up my video I was trying to take when I was caught by surprise. And I've walked around a little bit, and I still have not seen all the things that I am planning to check out in the near future. So I'm excited to do that over the next few days.
I think the air show is very sick. It is much bigger than I anticipated, and yeah, it's my first real air show, and just seeing fighter jets fly overhead a few hundred feet, full afterburner. Might have to get my ears checked a little bit, I think, when I get back. I should probably wear the earplugs. I would probably recommend that to people, but I definitely think that this is a very cool, big air show. And to my number 2.
Yeah, what's up, guys? Well, I've been to this air show, so it's a nice size, and it was fantastic.
I think Sun and Fun has been bigger than I ever could have possibly imagined. Just really enjoying hanging with the crew, meeting lots of cool people coming in and out of the tent, some sick airplanes. It's been great. It's a little toasty out here, but other than that, blew me out of the water.
Based on what you've experienced from this so far, how many of you would go to an air show like this again? I'm here with Christian, the CEO of Scale Wings. Can you tell us a little bit about what you guys do?
Sure. Hi, Matthew. Yeah, we're a German company, German-Austrian company. Have a factory in Poland with 80 full-time employees, and we make a carbon fiber P51 recreation, which is the most accurate, true-to-scale P51 recreation that's ever been done. Yeah.
How did you come up with the design? Did you scale down from the original? Did you redesign?
This is a carbon fiber P51, so it looks like the riveted aluminum bird, but it's actually fully composite carbon fiber. And the paint scheme makes it look like polished aluminum. And then we have more than 100,000 surface details that have been handcrafted into the molds, one by one. And so not just random rivet lines, the exact same ones you find on the P51, including screw heads pointing in different directions. The fabric of the rudder, you see stitchings, but it's all carbon fiber. And it's a 72% scale model.
What kind of engines do you guys use in these?
We use Rotax 916 IS, and it performs phenomenal. I mean, it's such a great engine. It's the most advanced or most modern GA engine on the market, and it's FADEC controlled and fuel injected, water cooled and turbocharged. Yep. And it gives us fantastic performance figures, burning 8 gallons an hour, cruising beyond 160 knots in cruise, up to 180 knots in altitude. And 2,300 feet a minute is the climb rate. So
we love the Rotax. We train in slings, so the 2-seaters use the 912 IS, right. And then our 4-seaters use the 916 also. So we love that engine. What is a little bit of interesting information that you think would be fun to share with everyone out there that's watching about either the company or the plane design? One
of the things that gets me most excited is that we have some incredible fighter pilots that joined the team. We have 2 former Thunderbird pilots that have flown this, and a Top Gun instructor and adversary pilot. And to hear from these guys after flying the Mustang, they're smiling from ear to ear and tell me that this actually feels a lot like a modern fighter. So it's not just a cool looking aircraft on the ramp and in the air. It looks perfectly like the Mustang. It flies like a modern fighter, and that's just a rush. One of the reasons for that is that the control system is push-pull rods made from carbon fiber, so there's no play and no bending over the distances, which gives you a very precise feedback on the stick. The stick forces are very balanced, and so it's very confidence-inspiring. You put it exactly where you want it to be. So yeah, another fun story is that we actually have one of our owners. He had a real P51. He told me it's very hard to keep it airworthy. You know, spare parts are getting increasingly rare to source, and it's just very expensive and lots of down hours to bring it in the air again. So he sold his P51 and got 3 of these instead.
That's incredible. So it's, I mean, it's a third the price of what you're getting, and is it a third scale too?
Oh, this is actually about almost, you know, some of the Mustangs are even $5 million, you know, so this is almost 10 times cheaper. They're anywhere between 3 to 5 million for a really well restored one. And our aircraft starts at 468. And if it's, you know, most people configured around 550, 570,000, something like this. So it's
very cool.
But you operate it, of course, at a lot less than a P51.
Yeah, that fuel burn is going to be a lot less, right?
Absolutely. Also maintenance, you know, we only have, the ratio is almost inverted, you know, for some Mustangs you need 20, 30 maintenance hours for 1 flight hour. In our case, it's the opposite, right? That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Well, thank you for doing this, and have a good rest of your show.
Thank you so much. Thank you for stopping in. All right.
I'm here at the Sling Aircraft booth with Jean. How has the show been going for you guys so far?
Fantastic. No, seriously, this year's been great. The last 2 days have been really busy. The Sling booth is just active all the time. We've got the tent up, a lot of people here, and the interest's been crazy. And I think we've got a lot of new family members to Sling family now. You know, you can tell when someone's just kicking tires. You can tell when someone's just shooting this shit, and you can tell when someone's going to buy an aeroplane. And there really are a lot of people that seem to be ready to buy an aeroplane.
And how's the show been for you so far personally? Have you been enjoying yourself this year?
Perfect, man, perfect. Working really hard. You know, as you know, it started off with some challenges with the tent when we got sorted out, but I've really enjoyed it. It makes it, you know, when I thought it really got off to a good start was our first forum, which was at 10 o'clock on Tuesday, which effectively is an hour after the air show opens. We had 15 people in the forum, and all of them were interested, and in there are probably 4 people that are going to buy, in fact more than 4 people that are going to buy aircraft. So that started off with a good bang, been going well, and it just feels like this year is much better than last year. A lot of people here really wanting to do things in aviation, so that's great. Yeah. A shout out to all our pilots, our CFIs that flew airplanes all the way from California to here in very challenging weather. So kudos to the CFIs that got here. They made good decisions and got here, and they're here, and we've got the airplanes to show off. And I think, you know, as traditionally the first few days are a bit slow, and they've been good days. So I think from tomorrow and Saturday are going to be fantastic days. So we look forward to it.
Boom! Thank you. Strong rest of the show. Let's get it.
Yes.
I'm here with David from Space Bus Tours. Can you tell us a little bit about what you guys do?
Yeah, we're here with Space Bus Tours and the Marsberry Farms Outdoor Innovation Outpost. Basically what we did is I have a 40-foot space bus that has a 10 supercomputer 8-man crew simulated environment of a luxury spaceship from the future, to where you get to experience a little bit about teamwork and working together in an isolated environment that could travel like a space bus craft. That's the definition of the payload you send to space on top of the rocket. So that's kind of what we have in the 40-foot bus. And then we have our support trailer that has all kinds of neat things, from remote controlled excavators to drones and robots. We have a robotic lawnmower that could be a land surveyor or some kind of equipment transportation device that's remotely operated for all kinds of things on different planetary exploration missions. So we have a neat way to fly there, get there in a simulated environment, and then we start on the ground with neat educational things like 3D printers, laser cutters, and advanced simulation. Like we even have a P-51 Mustang and a ground race car sim. I always volunteered to do crazy things, and I've had great opportunities to work for phenomenal teams, from Rolex Series world-winning race teams to advanced military special forces units that build training facilities and help our troops with that stuff. Having those opportunities really wanted me to propel and find the other people that just don't know what they're capable of. So the Space Bus helps us do that.
And where can people find out more about you or watch more on you guys?
Spacebustours.com. Brought to you by the Florida Future Factory, where I've been kind of cultivating these innovative experiences, because I have a saying, through an education you're not guaranteed experience, but through an experience you're guaranteed an education. So the Spacebus.tours.com is a great way to reach us. We're on TikTok, and Instagram is the Dave's Future Factory. So yeah, we're out there. And we're here at Sun and Fun 51. That's why we busted out the P-51 Mustang. So yeah, we'll be here back at the Future Flight Innovation Showcase.
Awesome. Well, thank you for what you do, and thanks for the interview.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
We are having South Africans here, and they are standing next to the Rotax TSI. If you cannot verstaan me, it's because I have a bit bicky accent, because I'm from South Africa.